LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school. That education got me to the first day at my dream job, which I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from the Army National Guard helped me buy my first house. I also know that I will be one of the first to respond if my community ever needs me.
Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard. Aired by the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Robes Law Group of Delray Beach understands winning. As a member of the American Academy of Attorneys $100 Million Club, they've proven time and again that winning for you is their habit. Don't wait to suffer an accident. Download their app today. Be prepared and be protected by placing Robes Injury Law in the palm of your hand. Text ROBES, that's ROBES, to 474747. Click on robeslawgroup.com or call them today at 561-570-5700. Robes Law Group, winning for you and our community. Offices throughout Palm Beach County.
Hey, it's John Tesh. Are you a sales professional looking to take your career to the next level? Join the sales team of one of the fastest growing radio stations in Palm Beach County. We're looking for a self-motivated closer to join the ranks and be a part of not only the most fun radio group in South Florida, but the one that pays the highest commissions. Email your resume to jobs@vcmglive.com. You could be a part of a great industry that's fun and has a six-figure income potential. So if you're a sales professional who has worked in the advertising sales industry or a recent college graduate looking to start your career, email your resume to jobs@vcmglive.com. A great job with the highest radio sales commissions in Palm Beach County awaits you. VCMG is an equal opportunity employer.
This program is furnished by amp2tv.square.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guests alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Let's get your weekend started on Fridays with your one and only new host, Denise. Bringing you amped, raw, and fun energy to entertain as you end your week to welcome your weekend. Denise will bring you friends, celebrities, entrepreneurs, topic experts, musicians, foodies, local events, news, and much more to educate, celebrate, motivate, relax, and relate. As she says, let's make your mess your message. So let's get this party started. Here's Denise.
Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. For those of you who are just tuning in, we had our first part of our show, which was called The Sixth Borough, and it was very fun. We had some really interesting cultural conversations around with the guys from up north, the Wise Guys show, who we're going to be collaborating with and working together. And so I just want to bring that to the Newark boys. Yeah. But this particular show, is all you know, for that are just dialing in, you know that this show is based around ensuring that we can certainly give you some motivation, some interesting things to hear to motivate you into your weekend, give you some inspiration, some laughter, some interesting topic talk. And this particular show, once again, Joe came through, was able to get some great two celebrities that we're going to be having to talk with us about their experiences and some really great messages to send out there. So without further ado, Joe Rubo.
That's me.
My paisan over here. He is, of course, going to be co-hosting as usual, and he is really good friends with our next guest that we're going to be talking about.
Yes, very good friends. We've been friends for years now.
So I know for those of you that have been watching or listening to our posts, we have Diane Franklin.
Yeah.
She's frozen. Let's order the tape.
Okay, so Diane Franklin has been in many different movies, but the one that she started out her career with was with The Last American Virgin.
We were the New York connection.
Yes, you were. And we also have a clip that we're going to be playing right now so that we can go ahead and catch the essence of the movie, The Last American Virgin.
Hi.
It's a trailer.
You got me nervous for a second, Freddie.
I'm going to turn it off because you use some spicy language in there.
Yes, there is some spicy language in there, but for those of you that are able to see what's happening,
We got to see Diane.
there's
she is.
actually Diane right there,
And Kimmy.
who's going to be coming on shortly. This was one of the best movies in the '80s that really summed up the rite of passage for young boys trying to. What's the best way to say this? Trying to score. There you go. They were trying to score, and it had some great music in there. I think you can go ahead and put it on. As far as the music is concerned, we can hear a little bit of
There's
it.
no bad language in the trailer.
Yeah. Oh, there's Diane right now.
It wasn't me.
Oh no,
It wasn't me.
this is one of the best movies ever, and a lot of the individuals that are in this show,
The Last American Virgin,
in this
featuring
movie,
songs by Blondie,
have
The
actually
Cars,
gone on
Devo,
to have
Journey,
really
The
great
Police, REO
careers and
Speedwagon, Tommy
pursue
Tutor,
further
and more.
aspirations
The
as
Last
actors and
American Virgin.
actresses.
See it or
Producers,
be it.
writers. It's got great humor. Again, the music that you hear, right? These are all great clips that come in from
Some soundtrack. One of the
soundtrack
best
is
ever.
great. One of the best soundtracks for the '80s, and this was back in 1980.
80. It was released in 82.
In '82. Okay.
Or was it released? We filmed it in 82. It was released in 83.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can we bring on Diane? Are we ready to do that? Okay. We have bad weather down here, but I'm going to
say the least.
To say the least, yeah, we've got some frozen weather. Weather that's causing some
Diane,
internet
what are you
issues.
doing over there, Diane?
Diane, get on as soon as you can. We have you frozen in time, but that's okay. As we're aging, I'll take that. Freeze in time and.
Because they were both on, and then they went this way.
Okay.
But they're not on now?
No.
Okay. Do we need to do anything to help them?
We can call them, or they can call.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and
I'll
as
show
we're
you
trying.
what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at.
Oh, so they're ready to roll.
Yeah, but they're not. They have to call. They have to redo it because they're.
Okay, ladies, we're going to ask you to go ahead and redial.
Can they hear us?
If you're listening, I'm pretty certain you can hear us. If you would, please redial. Go to the link, and then each of you use separate, different passwords to come on so that your fans and followers
Everyone's
can hear.
waiting.
We're all waiting. But in the meantime, though, let's go over a little bit with Diane and the movies that she's done. The list is just amazing. I mean, it's huge. It's a really big list of movies. I mean, again,
She's has a couple of books out too.
and she's written some books as well. And some of the things that we can really write and talk about here.
I got to yell at her on the show about something too.
Oh, okay. We'll let that happen later. But as it may, I mean, some of the movies, the top search movies that we've done here, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Better Off Dead, Amityville, The Possession, Last American Virgin. She's also been on Dallas. Remember Dallas, the series? That'll take you back in time in the 80s, right? Second Lady, and there's a whole bunch more movies that she's been doing, and so hopefully we can get her on as soon as possible. But how was it for you to meet this young crew of people that essentially all of you didn't know each other?
No.
What's that like as young actors coming together to be able to perform together?
Diane and I were from New York. Everyone else lived in Los Angeles and California, and so we became good friends right away. We spent Thanksgiving together. She was very attached to my mom. My mom was with me, and we just became like family because we were the only outsiders, as you would say. But
right.
Eventually, everybody just became like family. We all became friends, and we still stay in touch, all of us.
That's
which is
great.
A good thing, yeah.
When you were all on set, was there any? Did you have to be schooled? Like, was there school that you had to do or take classes? Because how long did it take to film everything?
No classes. I was done with high school. We were all done with school.
Oh, you were all done with school already, so you were older.
I just graduated, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was in 1981 this was. I graduated already. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I graduated in June, and we were shooting in September, October, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but more specifically, did everyone have an acting background, or was it just?
Yeah, everyone had an acting background. Diane was an actress. She was coming up like me. I didn't have nothing, I had The World According to Garp and a couple other things. But like Freddie said, I didn't really act. I was just me.
You were just you.
Yeah.
That
Acting the fool like I always do.
Well, it was.
Huh?
How were you picked?
didn't we go over this already a million times? Do I have to do it again?
I saw the movie.
I went on an audition in New York. My agent told me before I went, they really like you. They're really interested in you. I said, how do they know all this from a picture? And she said, no, they spoke to, because I didn't have nothing to put on my resume but a part that I became first refusal on called Sooner or Later. Remember Rex Smith, the 80s? He was in it, and Tony Bill was the director. And I just said, that's what I read for. I was first refusal for that. So my director contacted Tony Bill, and Tony Bill said, this kid's really talented. He could be the next John Belushi, I wish. Make sure you grab him while you can. And that's it.
Just like that.
Yeah. Well, then I went out there for the screen test, and that's when I got the part. But it was two auditions, and I got it.
Which is really rare, no?
Very rare. I mean, I was an extra in The World According to Garp, and I was an extra in a couple of movies after that, and I said to myself, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be no extra. And then once you become a principal, you never want. But then I was an extra in a striptease, but an upgraded extra. You know, I was in the credit. Yeah, I was in the credits and stuff, and so you see me a lot in it. Yeah.
Well, we mentioned the fact that how he had met Demi Moore
And Bruce Willis.
Bruce
was there on the
Willis.
set. And Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. That's an old name from the past.
Yeah. And Burt Reynolds, after that, was on VIP TV a couple of times, too. Very good, very great guy. Great guy. Was one of my high school idols. Childhood idols.
Well,
Smoking the Bandit was before high school.
Smoking the Bandit. That was a great
eighth
movie in
grade.
back in time.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk while we're waiting.
What do we got?
I think we have Diane.
Let's get him while we have him.
All right, we got Diane. There she is. Is that? Oh, you're still frozen. Hold it.
Oh, Maron.
All right, we
Diane
actually
looks the same too, doesn't she? We're both lucky.
There she is.
Hey, Diane.
Hi, look at you haven't changed a bit. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Welcome to the.
I'm so excited because we have a little special guest, huh?
Yeah.
We have a special guest, I heard, but more importantly, thank you so much for joining us. This is such a treat for me because, as I said to you, I'm a fan, and the one thing that I'm going to say right from the beginning, you have the best eyebrows. I'm just saying. The eyebrows are the bomb. Even since when you were, I was just like, they're just perfect. They're just perfect.
Thank you. Wait, guys, check this out. Wait, look at this.
There you go. There she is.
Yeah.
There you. Well, have to also.
I know that girl.
So adorable. Oh my gosh.
Right?
It's the same.
You haven't changed
So with
a bit.
yourself and eyebrows, yep. I still have some of them. So.
Oh, they look
Pretty good.
fantastic.
you.
Diane, thanks so much again. We have so many questions for you. I want to talk about your journey, like how you got into this, and then the movies that you've been in, what projects you're working on. And I have to first share with you though, our producer Freddie has got this big crush on you.
Hi, Freddie.
He's blushing.
He's blushing. He's blushing. It's true.
It hasn't changed. It's amazing.
It's
A lot of
amazing.
people
I'm
had-
honored. That movie, Last American Virgin, it stays with you. I mean, I don't know. People who've seen that movie, they carry it.
they're like
So
attached to
I'm
it.
glad I left an impression.
Yeah.
That's one way to say you left a legacy and a very fun one at
And
that.
you broke a lot of hearts
Oh, I'm sure you did.
with that movie.
I got a surprise for you. You want your surprise?
We have a surprise.
Kimmy!
Oh my goodness!
Wow,
Then we
my
have
two
Kimmy,
favorites.
another iconic actress. It was in The Last American Virgin. And I thank you so much for tuning on. This is fantastic. I can't believe you're on. I'm a big fan of both of you. And we were just sharing, we want to know a little bit about your journeys. And Diane, you were just sharing. And I want to hear from you also, Kimmy. But first of all, the movies.
I'll wait till Diane's done.
Her voice hasn't changed. Her voice hasn't changed. I know everyone's going to recognize who you are once they hear your voice. I just love it. I totally love it.
Are you Are you freaking out? I mean, it's like so crazy. Like it's so.
It's like
Anybody
it was-
who's watching this is
It's
so
like it was
lucky
yesterday.
right now.
Yes.
I feel like I never left you guys.
Yeah, right.
No, this is just amazing to have you both on here. But what I'm going to do is, before we go on, if we can get the clip ready, let me know when you're ready. Well, actually, we showed the clip before. You missed it, so we're not going to replay it. But it was the trailer to the movie, and we saw bits and pieces of you, Diane, bits and pieces of you, Kimmy. No, I think we're good. We'll let it go. But one of the things that we wanted to say is that that movie created a culture, and the fan club is amazing. That and I understand that there's a reunion that's coming.
Hoping, well, that's
Tell me about it.
that's because Diane's not available for Chiller. She's going somewhere else. Which I was gonna yell at her. I was gonna yell at her about that.
Yeah, I was like, what happened? I heard there was a reunion, and then if it's the last week of October, then I do have another convention. But if it changes,
But I
I'll
spoke.
let you know.
I spoke to Calvin, and he said what he's going to try to do is a screening like you guys did in L.A. without me, but we're going to do it in New York. We're going to do it in New York. Yeah. So for that, and also after, I'll talk to you after about Miami. I want you to come down to Miami for the SuperCon. Kimmy, if you could come too, that'd be great.
Well,
I'll talk to you guys about that later. Wouldn't it be great if they
it's
came
a
down here?
reunion. It's like we're like home with you right now. It's just natural talking, like nothing's ever changed. This is
Yes.
great. I was actually asking Joe, when you all met each other, was there immediate chemistry, or was there like a point of just like a little bit of a time where you all had to get acclimated to each other? What was it like for you, Diana and Kimmy?
for me, it was immediate chemistry. Immediate chemistry with everybody.
Immediate chemistry for you? And Kimmy, how'd you feel?
Ostracized.
What?
What'd you?
Ostracized.
Ostracized?
Oh, you both look the same. Somebody's saying.
I was in my wardrobe when I met everybody on the first day of work, and I looked really weird with the hair and the glasses and the clothes, and so it was normal for people to sort of walk by me and not introduce themselves. And Brian Peck also was with the glasses and the hair.
The nerds,
and
yeah.
The nerds.
Well, I gotta say something right here. Quick story.
Okay.
She came dressed in her outfit. Then we did that pool scene, and she came out in the bikini, and everybody, oh my God, Kimmy's so hot. People are still saying it. They had a crush on Kimmy after that.
Well, I was.
You remember? Yeah.
Kimmy, you don't know how many guys have said to me, "Oh my God, Kimmy was Rose is so hot.
Yeah.
I would have picked Rose." And I'm like, "Yeah, she is hot."
I thought so too, and I got slapped for it.
Yeah, you got slapped.
You did in the movie, right? Yeah. Yeah.
I went to kiss her, and she slapped me.
Oh, okay. Actually, I do remember that scene. I do. So, really quick, Diane, how did you get to the point? I know you did some acting when you were younger, before you did The Last American Virgin. So, how did this all come to be? Like, was it something that you wanted to do all your life? And how did you get to that path?
Well, I started with modeling and commercials. I started when I was 10, and then I got to, I did a lot of, I did theater, I did a soap opera, and I was auditioning for things. Like I remember auditioning for The Exorcist.
Oh, wow.
But I was very new. I mean, I worked for 9 years, but it wasn't my time. And I would straighten my hair for auditions. I couldn't get arrested with curly hair. It was so difficult to get any work with curly hair. Literally, like I had to straighten my hair for every audition. And Last American Virgin, actually, there was only one. I did a commercial for Trident Sugarless Mints. That kind of squeaked in during the time, but very close to Virgin. And Virgin was my big break. I mean, literally, I came in with curly hair completely by accident at the audition. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we're flying you to LA to
They did some
audition for
too,
this
yeah.
movie, to screen test."
That's
So
amazing.
it was like all the years I spent uh, auditioning and training, kind of like working, like learning about the business. When I hit Virgin, that was it. It all came together, and I was ready to go. So that was what was actually fortunate.
So that was that the first movie you made?
That was my first film. My first role in a film was a lead. Yeah, I'm playing Karen.
Was that the same
That
thing
was
for you? And for you, Kimmy, is that the same thing? It was that your first movie, or you had also done some work prior to that?
No, I was a dancer. I didn't want to be an actor. I just
So
I
awesome.
had done some stuff for Devo, helped Devo with some casting of a music video and some props for the Whip It video. And John Thompson said, "All right, I owe you a favor officially." And the company I was dancing with went out of town to Israel, and I didn't want to go because I'd just been on a like world tour with Devo. And I said, "Can I just stay here and do something to earn my pay?" And they said, "Sure, you can work in the office." So I went work in the office. Was a big like industry office with agents and producers. So I was the receptionist, answering the phones and mostly hanging up on people because I didn't know how to work the dang phone. And there was an agent right next to me, and she kept laughing and said, "You have to be an actor. You have to." Anyway, I was like, "I don't want to be an actor. I don't want to talk in a Cockney accent, and I don't want to wear black nail polish because that's what I thought actors did." And she said, "No, no, no. Here, just get your picture taken." I did. She brought me into her office one evening, and she had a stack of manila envelopes on her desk. And she said, "Now, do you know anybody in this town? Are you related to anybody in this town?" No, no, no. And she said, "Does anybody in this town owe you a favor?" Which is a really odd thing to say, I think. And I said, "Well, yeah, this guy named John Thompson. I think he's at Canon Films." She lifted up the top envelope and showed it to me. It said, "John Thompson, Canon Films." And so he brought me in, and he met me at the elevator, Diane, and at Canon Films, and he said, "This is your favor. We're even. I brought you here to meet the director, but that's as far as it goes. And now we're all caught up, and the rest is up to you." So then I went in and met with Boaz, and I was in there for an hour, and he kept laughing. I didn't audition or anything. I didn't know why he was laughing, but he just kept laughing, and he finally said, "Okay, you're hired." And I said, "For what?" He said, "I'm doing a movie, and you're going to be in that." And then the first time I ever acted was when the AD came and said, "All right, just when the director calls action, run out, hit your mark, and say your lines." And that was the dance thing, the pool party thing, where I slapped Joe 28 times.
I remember that. I remember that.
I think you kept getting it wrong on purpose.
I was there. She kept giving it over and over again. That was so funny.
It was.
Because I couldn't hit him hard. It was so.
They were telling her, hit him harder, hit him harder. She didn't want to hurt me. I said, "Don't worry, I could take a shot."
No kidding, you sure could.
Kimmy, that's an amazing story. And Diane, your reaction, is that the first time you've heard that story?
Parts of it I heard before, and parts of it were I just love when Kimmy tells stories. I'm a Kimmy fan.
We all are.
We all are.
I had fun shooting with her, and I'm just so happy she's here. And the thing about Virgin for me was it was my first film for Kimmy as well. So we were all virgins in that way. Joe, first time.
Wow.
Lawrence. So
Yeah, it was
something
all
about
our
the first time, people, very special.
What about
Yes.
Steve? Was that his first time too? No, he was an actor before
No,
that.
he did 17 Candles or something like that.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
And something about a soap opera, I think.
No, he did. Didn't he do the Accused?
That was after us.
Oh, I thought he did that before.
No, that was
No,
after.
he did Gremlins after.
After, yeah, you were right. It was the first. It was the first for him then too.
Oh my God, a first of everything.
We're all virgins.
Look at that. So, Diane, back to you for
Still am.
some of the movies that came after Virgin. Tell me some of those movies that led up to some really iconic movies that I'm very familiar with. Share some of those and that we can hear that were ones that people can connect with really easily.
Oh, sure. Some people may know me as Monique Junot from the film Better Off Dead.
Great movie.
Where I have a French dialect. Let's see. I look like this.
Yes.
So that's what I look like. That's from. So if you kind of recognize me, but you're not sure, that's
Look at that softly.
You got my $2.
Yeah, just adorable. Just adorable.
And then I was also in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. Maybe there's a picture here. I don't have this one. Bill and Ted's. I played the English princess.
I do remember that one.
Most triumphant. So let me see if I have a picture from that. Oh, actually, this is funny. I got all this stuff here. They came out with a Bill and Ted book.
They did.
And yes, it's really beautiful, actually, for anybody who loves Bill and Ted. And it covers all the Bill and Ted movies. It's called this.
Bill and Ted. Yeah, okay. That's another. That's pretty good. I didn't know that. Can anyone get that book if they wanted? Oh, there you are.
So, like, this is a book. This is on Bill and Ted's, and then this is my new book, which is out on Amazon as well. So this is all
Love
on
it.
Better Off Dead. So
Wow.
there are these unique books. I mean, I'm sure Kimmy, like you have, there must be like Twin Peaks books. Oh, by the way, people, it's Virgin. Does anybody know about this?
No,
Oh.
what is that?
You guys, we're written about this. We are Virgins talked about in this movie.
I didn't even know that.
The Canon Film Guide.
Yes, and it's there's a whole chapter in Last American Virgin.
Oh, look at that.
Really? How do I get that? I want to see that.
That book is available
on Amazon.
on Amazon.
I'm a walking advertisement.
It's a book. Is that a book or a DVD?
What DVD?
I can't see that. Now it's a book.
He's stuck in the 80s. They don't do DVDs anymore.
It's all
Well, our
it's
movie's
all
on
on
DVD.
Canon films. Oh, there's a picture of you in here, Kimmy.
Oh, yeah?
Wait, I just saw it.
She's going to go through the whole book, Diane.
No, wait a minute. I was in this too. Hold on.
Huh?
Hold on, people.
I go, should be.
Hold on, Meatball. Is that what you see?
Did you know about this, Kimmy?
Yes, I had heard about this big anthology.
I didn't know anything about this. Am I supposed to be paid for that?
No.
You gotta talk to your people.
I know we were. I know that we were in the. Oh, there's the scene.
There's the scene. Okay, for those of you that can't see, this is actually the most adorable page. It's a picture of Joe and Kimmy. Were you dancing or kissing, or this is where you got slapped?
I went to give her a smooch and she smacked me.
Ah, that was a 28 times?
Yeah.
Oh.
It wasn't
Yes, that was 20
but it
times,
was
and
close.
that was how I was dressed, and no one talked to me.
Aw.
And that's why I became such good friends with Brian, because it took a while for everybody to realize.
Oh, there they are right there.
We were in.
But Kimmy, you had the best clothes. You
She
had
did.
You had the best look.
The most unique look, yeah.
All the clothes in that movie were great. Do you still have your
Yeah,
clothes?
I
wish I had mine.
Oh,
I just
Especially that yellow vest.
you can see your clothes. Right now, y'all can see.
Look at
The person
Gary
with
stalking.
the fashion woman was Karen. Was that right, Kim?
Karen Cooper.
Cooper. I couldn't remember her last name.
She was the wardrobe lady.
Yes.
It's
The
Karen.
wardrobe
Great
lady.
taste.
So when you were all picking, oh, sorry, Kimmy. When we were,
When she worked, well, if you want to have her credit, so people know who it is, it was Karen Berger. Then she married Toby Hooper, and you should know who that is. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Poltergeist director. And then she became Karen Hooper. So she was the wardrobe supervisor and designer on LIV.
I
Okay,
remember.
you guys can talk again. Sorry.
Oh,
I
no, that's
remember her
okay.
like
Thank you.
I remember her like it was yesterday. Now that you bring up the name.
So,
That's great.
Diane, you moved on to another movie, Amityville. The Possession, is that what it
Amityville,
was?
yes. Amityville 2, The Possession. Oh my gosh. All right.
She's
yes.
always ready. Look at that.
I'm
Yes.
not going to bring it up. I mean, why not? We're here.
She's gonna bring
I've
it.
done a bunch of stuff. I did Amityville Part 2, but I also made this.
Another book.
But, I have a book, but this is just for me. But when I was in this movie, I looked like this. Whoops. But I was 20. I did this after Virgin.
So you're
And you
20
look-
and you look like
You look even younger than you did in
you're
Virgin.
12 in this movie.
Yeah, I look younger.
Wow.
This movie is like the classic horror film. If you've seen like The Exorcist or something, like it's along those lines.
Yes.
And a lot of people really love it as far as the whole Amityville series goes. And ironically, I did that in 1982, same year as Last American Virgin. And when that and Virgin came out, everyone was like, who's this girl? Because it was not as common for people to be in more than one film in the same year, like because the films took longer to make.
Sure.
Now, and then what happened was it was a young boy who watched the film. His name was Daniel Ferens. He never forgot the film. And when he grew up, he became a writer-director. And he wrote a Halloween movie. And then he wrote Amityville Murders, which I play. He contacted me and said, I want you to play the mother.
Yes.
And so now here's the real classic photo. So if you can watch Amityville Murders now on, I think, like YouTube or something, but you can see both films now. If you look up Amityville Part 2 and Amityville Murders, and this is what I look like in the new movie.
Oh, look at that. The
So,
transition. That's amazing.
Yeah. When I played
Wow.
the
Not
daughter,
much.
and then now I play the mother.
How ironic. It's like full circle. It's like full circle.
It's only actress who's ever played the mother and the daughter in the same story.
Wow.
Wow.
So it's
Interesting.
And I'm from Long Island, so I talk like this.
So you're a New Yorker. You're a New Yorker.
We were the
get
only
to show
New
my New Yorker.
we were the only New Yorkers on the set.
Yeah, that's right. I love it. I love
So,
it.
Kimmy, I know that you are very, you've had a great run as well on projects that you've worked on after Virgin. Tell me some of those so that our listeners and viewers can actually get a feel for where your path led you in all the movies that perhaps you participated in, because your voice is very distinct. I'm sure you've heard that all the time. And the minute I saw you, I'm like, okay, I remember the voice distinctly. And it's actually it's a calling card of you. I mean, it's one of your characteristics that's very charming.
Oh, thank you. Yes, until I saw Last American Virgin, I didn't know I had a different voice. Father very often would say, "Stop talking baby talk," and I didn't know what he meant. Then I did. But,
Then I did.
I made a lot of money.
Then one of the things I did after Last American Virgin, I did 2 movies right after that. One of them I got because of our second AD, Eric. He got me this audition for a movie called Bad Manners. That was Pammy Siegel, Karen Black, and Martin Mull, and me. And then I did some movie of the week, and then I sort of didn't do much. I did some sitcoms here and there, stuff like Boys Will Be Boys and 9 to 5 and weird sitcoms that no one ever saw or knew was on. And then I got Twin Peaks, and the day after that pilot aired, Hanna-Barbera called. Well, I had 3 phone calls: a publicist, David Letterman, his assistant, and Hanna-Barbera. And the publicist, and then the David Letterman show wanted me to come on because they first called David Lynch. He couldn't come. Then they called Kyle McLaughlin. He was busy, and then I was the third one, and I screamed so loud. But Hanna-Barbera, that was a huge. I couldn't even get an audition until I was in an on-camera, successful, prestigious show, and that happened. And I then was like a regular over at Hanna-Barbera, and I was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the cartoon series, with Keanu and Winters. What's Alex?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alex.
And so, what did you play when you were on that?
I think I played someone named Penny. That's all I ever play is Penny. Like in Secret Girl, I was Penny. I played whenever I'm a normal person and not a monster or an animal or a feather duster or a fish. I play Penny.
She did a lot of voiceovers.
So voiceovers is one of your gifts, and one of the things that you're very talented at doing. I think
I
that
love it the most. That I did Beauty and the Beast and the Little Mermaid. And when you do an animated feature for Disney, you get to do all the cartoon shows that they do on Saturday mornings. Well, back then. And the Ice Capades and the books on tape. And so then I bought a house.
Yay! She bought a house. All that, then I bought a house. So what projects are you currently working on? Diane, why don't you start for what projects are you currently working on?
Next. Okay, so my turn. Oh, by the way, before I go on, I just want to say, Kimmy, you know what's funny is you said you worked on Bill and Ted's cartoon, and Kimberly Kate worked on the other princess from Bill and Ted's, worked on the live action Bill and Ted's, playing the mom with Savage Steve Holland. It's just so weird. Like everybody's. Did you ever meet Savage Steve Holland?
Yeah, I did a movie for him. What movie did I do for him, Diane?
Was it Honey, I Shrunk the Kid? No, was it?
Don't Come On, the Babysitter's
I'm going
Dad?
back 40 years right
Yes.
You know what's
I'll
interesting?
look it up, but yes, I know him.
What's interesting is that we're hearing you speak, and for those of us that are pretty much, the lay people of not in the circle that you run with, in the sense of what your career choice is, but they're just, it's like you said, everything intertwines with everything, and it's just very simple that, to me, in my mindset, it's such a small world, and with all that you've done, just rattling movies just like that, and movies that everyday people just watched and admired, adored, and here you are, you're just sharing your experiences, and I think it's fabulous that we had this opportunity with you. I'm very happy, and I thank you so much. And you know what? Hold on a second. I gotta say, ladies, woman to woman, I'm proud of both of you. You did a great job. You are leading example, and one of the things that I always say on this show, if there was one thing, Diane, I'll start with you while Kimmy's still thinking about the movie.
She's still thinking of the name.
Colin thing is bugging me.
Okay.
What would be, one of the things I always say is making your mess your message, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. If you were to share something along the lines of what mess you have had, what message would you share with everyone to inspire, motivate? Give us your one or two thoughts around that.
Oh, stay young in your heart and don't not do things. Go after your dreams because you're creating your own life script. So don't listen to anyone who tells you can't do something. Just go after it. And it may not happen when you want it, but it will happen. You just have to keep going after it. And not lose. Don't let anyone take your dreams away.
Excellent
right?
advice.
Yeah.
For sure. This industry is really tough. And many times I've spoken to other creatives and artists and actresses and actors, and always the same stories to go after your dreams and not to let them go. Believe in yourself. So thank you so much for sharing. And so we have a comment right now. Love
Becky.
Better Off Dead from Becky Neal. Thanks so much for the comment.
Hey, Beck, how you doing?
Oh, 80s were a
Anthony.
great time. Anthony Dominic is
Cousin Anthony.
His cousin Anthony. There you go. So I'm going to ask Kimmy the very same question, unless you're still thinking about the movie.
No, I'm very confused about. I know Savage Steve Holland was introduced to me by Diane when I visited her on one of 8 billion sets, and I don't remember if I worked for him or not. So that's just a very dumb moment for me. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
I know you have to have met him because in the 80s, look, you stay in it long enough and everybody kind of meets or at least learns or knows about it. And I feel like you and Savage, like, it was like if you guys, you had to connect. There had to be a place.
I'm sure there was.
Somewhere.
So, Kimmy, the message now, the same question. What mess, good, bad, or indifferent, that you may have had that you want to share that could become a message to someone else out there? Words of inspiration or words of education, things that, something that you've come along to this point in your life that you would like to share?
Yes, I have to say I know exactly what to say. First of all, I absolutely agree with what Diane said, and I'm sort of on the same page. I read a quote by Goethe, and it's on commitment. It starts, until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness, but the moment one truly commits oneself, all kinds of good stuff happens. Basically, that's what the quote says. I read that right when I was in like the worst possible mess place, and it shifted every cell in my body, and I went, okay, I am an actor. I want to act for a living. I'm 1,000% committed, and that's something that's physical. It's chemical. It's in your body, and I highly recommend whatever it is you want to do. You get yourself to where you are 100%, however long it takes to get to that 100% commitment level, and then just do it and watch your dreams come true.
It is amazing. She's absolutely right, because the minute you allow that, the world sees it and says, "Oh, that person's ready."
That's amazing.
But when you stop yourself,
and you have to feel it in your heart, and let your heart think it. So it's your heart-brain connection. That's
and
how
it's not just with acting; it's with everything.
Right.
Relationships.
Everything.
When you are ready, you will be in a relationship. When you're like, I am ready, but it's got to be in your heart. It can't be to get something.
Right.
It has
Ladies,
to be right now.
great advice, great message. I do want to ask the question though, what projects are you working on now, Diane?
So now I have some movies on Peacock. I have High Holiday, and I have Amityville Murders is on YouTube, and I have Ted Bundy, American Boogeyman, which is on, I think, Hulu also. But I have some projects that are coming up. First of all, I have a book. Obviously, my book is out this year, so I have some promotion on that coming up, which is very exciting. So that's going to have to do with, follow me on social media and you'll find out.
Okay.
And then I did a couple of shorts that are coming out. I did a movie called Falling Up, which is sort of an X-Files, and I'm very excited about it because it was in the 1950s, and I haven't played a character like that. So it's just beautiful time period. So that's coming out, and that's going to be going to film festivals. And then I have another film that I'm going to be doing called Pareidolia, and that's scary, and that's going to be later in this year.
Wow.
So that's for now.
That's just it. Just for now. That's it. A lot of projects. My goodness, you got your roster full. It sounds full. Kimmy, what do you have going on?
Well, I really need to get my cabin painted.
Yeah, I don't have to do. I
know
don't have
that.
that. I don't have a cabinet.
And I need a new refrigerator and a new sink and a new floor there too. So.
You need a kitchen remodel.
It sounds like you need a
I
kitchen.
do. But ever since I've been in this business since 1981, people ask me what's coming up, what's new for you. I've said the same thing. I don't know. I need a new roof or something.
Well,
I don't know. I do stuff along the way, but I couldn't tell you what it is.
Well, true to
Well,
form.
acting is so like you never know when it's going to happen. So you just always put it out there and you do your best and
Well,
people find you.
Diane, your daughter takes after you. She's a talented actress.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Olivia.
Beautiful like her mom. Looks just like
I
her.
mean, both my kids I adore.
Yeah.
My son Nicholas is a double bass player.
Does he not like me to mention him?
He's at Northwestern and he's taking his getting his master's degree, and he's
I
a
didn't know
super
that.
angel. Yeah, he's just an angel. So he's got another year to go, and then we'll see what goes on for him. He wants to be he's in an orchestra right now, but he wants to be maybe in another one. He writes music, but he is a classical
Wow.
bassist.
Wow, that's great.
He plays for this Chicago Civic Orchestra. People see him. He plays
Fantastic. Proud mama you are.
Olivia's on TikTok with Sid and Olivia, and she's also on YouTube with Sid and Olivia Talk. Did I say that? I
No.
we got the gist of it.
We got you. Well, you know what? You should be very proud. It sounds like your kids are really doing a great job, and the apple didn't fall far from the tree. I'll say that much. Yes. With that said, Kimmy, thank you so much for being here. I got to ask you, is that a
what is that?
chicken
Is
or
that
a rooster?
I thought it was a dog
what are
at
we
first.
looking at there? It's
A rooster toy.
It's a rooster toy.
I'm sitting on a bed at my sister's cabin. And this is a doggy.
That's a real doggy.
That's a real doggy.
Oh, that's so cute.
Aw.
Yeah.
Do you guys know where everybody keeps asking me this. For a while there, the movie was on all the time. VH1, American movie, it was on. Now it's never on anymore and you can't find it anywhere. Why? What's going on? Something happened with Canon or what's going on?
That's interesting. My guess is that maybe, and I don't know. I mean, look, there's pornography everywhere. So I was like, where is the movie? But my thought is maybe they pulled it maybe from YouTube. And I mean, I know you can.
It's on
buy
YouTube.
It.
It's on YouTube.
It is?
Yeah.
You can buy, not the whole, I think you got pieces.
In pieces,
It gets
yeah.
sold a lot, yeah.
Why?
But,
Is it because of what
know.
happened with Yoram Globus when they passed away, the rights to it or something? Because I remember going home and that it was like on VH1 all the time.
Well, I know you can catch it on YouTube. You can
Yeah,
definitely
it's
catch it
kind
on YouTube.
what do you think, Kimmy?
Yeah, that's somebody like Brian could tell you that, Joe.
Brian? All right. The info guy. I'll ask him.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming
you.
on and sharing your time with us.
So happy you came on too, Kim.
Yes, thank you. It's so impromptu. I'm so happy you did.
I mean,
Made my day.
Diane called me earlier and asked me, is it all right if Kimmy comes on? I go, you kidding me? Of course. Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies,
love you
do
guys.
enjoy
Love
the
you
rest
guys.
of your weekend. You're invited to come back anytime and continue your best work. And you guys, lead by example. You guys are doing great. Have a really
Kimmy,
great
I'll call
week.
you later.
I got to talk to you this week too, Diane.
Thanks so much. Take care,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Thanks again. Bye-bye now. Well, there you have it. We actually had two
That was awesome.
a great conversation, impromptu, and Kimmy's she's so cute. She really is. And Diana's is just great people that you got to
Yes.
work with. Great experience. And you've,
And it's funny how we all started together.
yeah, great cast you had there.
I should have stayed in L.A.
You should have stayed in Lily. Does it bring a tear to your eye?
It could bring a tear to a glass eye.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, it was.
It was a ton of fun. It was very, very. It's an experience. Besides my kids being born, it was the greatest experience of my life.
Yeah. Well, you're fortunate to have had that, as how was Kimmy and
Yeah.
and Diane and anyone else in the cast. Again, it's not for everyone to realize. Well, I should say. Let me rephrase that. To go down this path is always one thing I would say is always have a backup plan.
Yes, it's
Right?
a lot harder today, I think, to be an actor or an actress today.
Yeah, I mean it's very competitive.
Because you heard what they were saying. Everybody introduced you to everybody back then. Hollywood was its own little clique,
Yeah.
And I should have stayed out there at the time because the ADs and everybody was getting everybody parts out there. But
Well, yeah, times are different, but one thing I can say, it's a great path to follow if you're
Oh, yes.
committed and it's something you want to dream doing. As they said, work at discipline, commitment, you'll get your way to achieving certain aspects in the career of acting. And one thing
They
for
did
sure,
it.
though, they did it, but always have a backup plan is my take
Yep.
back on that is, do something to make sure that you're not just depending on that for any reason at all. But with that said, we're coming to the end of our show. What a great show
that
we
went
had
quick.
here. It went very quick and such a natural conversation because we don't want to interview. We really want to just have conversations and talk about just the things that everyone's working on, what they had worked on, how they got there, and that's what the show is all about on Power Up.
right.
It really is. Joe, thanks so much for really putting all this together and getting all these
I'm gonna
different.
Thank you and Freddie again for having me, and hopefully this keeps catapulting like it is.
Yes, we're really hoping it is, and that our fan base and followers understand that it's like a box of chocolates in a very good way. That we never know what's going to be the next show, in the sense of you never know what you're going to hear. And we're always wanting to do the same thing every week: is bring you new, entertaining conversations. And
I'm running out of people to bring on now, so
we're opening up the bookings. But again, you got the gist of the show. Thanks so much for putting all this together.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, for being on. And next week, we have a couple of things happening. But just once more, remember that we've got a tropical storm going on down here in the Sixth Borough.
dry.
Stay dry. Make sure you know that we're on hurricane season, and we encourage everyone to be sure that you are prepared. With that said, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next week.
You have been listening live to the one and only timeless Denise as she helps you bring in your weekend with a smile. If you wish to contact Denise and be on the show, call us at 866-224-5422 or email Denise at poweredupradiotv.show and tell us how your business shapes up the weekend. Again, call us at 866-224-5422 and make your mess our message. Now that you are powered up, go get your weekend on.
The opinions expressed